So I'm going to start off by saying hello to both Aisling and Alice then. Hi both.
Hello.
So good to see the two of you. Let me start with Aisling. So Aisling, you're a professor in the School of Maths at NUI Galway. Could you just tell me a little bit about yourself, what you teach and what you do?
Okay, thanks Gavin. It's great to be here, and it's certainly great to have one of my students here, Alice. So I teach mathematics, of course, from first year all the way up to master's level. And this year in particular, I'm teaching first year engineering students, and that's in particular where I met Alice and where Alice comes in. I'm one of a very enthusiastic team of mathematicians here in our School of Maths. And each and every opportunity that we get to say, come and do maths with us, we like to take it. So that's.
So how did you learn of Alice or come across some of her achievements that we're going to hear about in a minute?
Well, Alice is one of a very large class, first year class of engineering students, and she's one of the class reps. So you tend to come upon, obviously in this online world, it is quite hard to get to meet people, but it was through her position as one of the class reps that I first had just a correspondence with her. And then, as chance would happen, I read the advertiser, and there was a great supplement in it. At the weekend, I managed to read it, and I recognized this name, and I just thought it's sufficiently uncommon that could there be two? Could there be more than the one? And the more I read it, the more I thought, I have to email Alice. And I mean, Alice, as hopefully Alice will tell us, she's a veteran of the festival, and she's a tribute to science and engineering, I would have to say, and most particularly to maths. So I hope she might say something about that. But that's how it's all very natural and wonderful. So I'm delighted she's come on board for our chat.
So Alice, how are you?
Good, yeah, that was a great introduction.
Excellent. So could you just maybe tell us a little bit about what you're doing now? You're in first year engineering. So perhaps briefly where you went to school and why you chose to do engineering.
Yeah, so I went to school in Victoria Sánchez College in Oranmore, and I chose engineering because I just had a passion for STEM in general, and it seemed like a well-rounded course, and I was used to the campus and stuff. So
indeed. And this is kind of a maths video, right? Because of the activities that are coming up in a few minutes. So presumably you enjoyed studying maths, and you still do, right?
Yeah, maths is kind of, essential to all aspects of STEM, really. So we studied calculus module and mechanics module in first year engineering, so it's kind of well rooted in the course.
Indeed, yeah, because so many parts of our lives depend on maths anyway, don't they?
Exactly, yeah, it's in every aspect.
So Alice, you have a long history with the Galway Science and Technology Festival, don't you? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I used to go to the Galway Science and Technology Festival a lot when I was younger. When I had a strong interest in astronomy, I used to go with my granddad, and there was always something for us there. And then I moved on to an interest in biology and then engineering. So there's always something that you'll find of interest. And then I got the chance to present one of my projects at the festival in 2019 and managed to pick up an award as well.
Excellent. So when we're back to in-person events next year, hopefully for the festival, you'd encourage students in secondary schools and even primary schools to get involved as much as they can.
Definitely, yeah, like there's always something there, and if you're thinking of going to even the university, you'll pick up more information about that and just STEM in general.
Excellent. And it's not only with the festival that you've had those achievements and you've won some prizes and awards and so on. There's been a lot of other things you've been up to. Could you tell us about some of those?
Yeah, so I was heavily involved with extracurricular STEM activities throughout secondary school. So events like the BT Young Scientists, SciFest, and of course Galway Science Technology Festival. So with one of my projects, I won a top technology award at BT Young Scientist, where Analog Devices sent me to America later that summer. And I got to present at their European headquarters in Limerick and their American headquarters in Silicon Valley, which was really cool. And then with SciFest, I won Intel's Technology Award at their national finals in 2019 as well. And they were sending me to ICEF, which is the International Science and Engineering Fair in California. But unfortunately, COVID happened, so that got cancelled. But it was still, an honor to be a finalist. And then
course.
In August, I got the opportunity to represent Ireland along with some other SciFest finalists at Hong Kong's Global Youth Science and Technology Bowl, where I placed third in category. And over the summer then, I was involved in a Patch Accelerator, which was a 6-week program where I met my co-founder, Jack. So we started a tech company called Mirror, where we developed novel patented touchscreen smart mirrors.
Wow, so you have your own startup company now.
Yeah.
And it's focused on making that technology.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, which is really exciting, I'm sure.
It is, yeah, a bit time consuming, but it is.
Yeah, so amongst all of this, you have some time for your studies then, I assume.
Squeeze it in.
Excellent. And to finish off then, could you tell us what type of engineering are you hoping to branch into after first year then?
I'm hoping to either go into biomedical or electronic engineering.
Okay, so you have some options and that sounds really exciting. So thanks very much for telling us all about that, Alice. I think that gives us a lot of food for thought, Aisling, doesn't it? I think we feel really inadequate at this point.
No, I just feel inspired. That's all. I'm not inadequate at all. No, it's wonderful and fantastic, Alice. And also, just to mention that her and her co-founder have this grant funding that they've got from, was it New Frontiers? You said
New Frontiers, yeah. So it's supported by Enterprise Ireland. So we're in a 6-month program starting at the end of the month where we're receiving 15k in funding to develop our product.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I think this is a really great example of what's possible as a student in the university and generally in following your interests and your passions. So I think it's really great to hear that.
Yeah.
So what we're going to let our viewers do then, having heard from us three, is to continue watching this video when you'll have the chance to hear from another of our colleagues, Professor Michel Destrade, and one of the postgraduate students in the School of Maths at NUI Galway, Victoria Sánchez Muñoz. And they're going to show you how to work with something called a MÖBIUS strip. So you'll see it when you see it. And Michel then has some fun and games promised around how maths and movies meet. You'll see what I mean when you see it. So enjoy the rest of the video.